really want, but I settle for, I just ain't better.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Michael Thomas, author of an 1,100-yard season so far, and hoping to add more. It's the Saints and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from the Superdome. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Now Dalton going to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Dalton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Kamara up the middle, able to avoid him at the 40. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38, Dalton. Forced out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Dalton. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 39, Dalton will get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 yards, good enough for a first. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. So Dalton now. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. From the 10, 1st and goal. To throw here, Dalton. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Back to the ground, it's Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dog. Always a fan of the dog. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5 now. Lawrence. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Lawrence going to throw again. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Saints. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Dalton here from the gun. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Dalton to throw. They still can't get him. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Man, sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He gets it to Humphreys. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
It's caught, Humphreys.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Saints 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Dalton now to pass. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lawrence.
He gets it complete to Jackson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Panthers,
they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a somewhat disappointing season as they'll wind up at 6-11.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Saints,
they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around.